Hey, everybody, I'm Dr. Seth with a little couch commentary. When I do couch commentary, I basically talk about something, a current trend, something going on in the culture from a psychological perspective. And today, I just want to mention the results of a survey that I read about that I thought was really interesting and also important for us to think about. A new survey from Amerisleep surveyed 1,200 people, and what they found out was that about 35% of people in the past year used paid time off from work just merely to rest, just to sleep. That's pretty wild when you think about it. I'm sure a lot of people have heard the term staycation. I think that because of the incredible cost of living these days, and also just the cost of hotels and eating out, food is more expensive than ever. It makes perfect sense in a lot of ways if people would choose to do a staycation, right? But when we think about staycation, I think a lot of times people have always thought about it as doing some kind of tourist things, maybe in your own area that you normally never do. Well, when it comes to a sleepcation, this is really what we're talking about here. If people are talking about taking paid time off of work just to rest, actually, I think that it's probably possible that a lot of people who have been saying really what they're doing is a staycation, taking time off from work for that. Really, it might actually be more that they are taking a sleepcation. That actually, if we ask people, hey, you're doing a staycation, out of curiosity, do you happen to have on your to do list for your staycation actually just getting some rest, just sleeping? And I think that if this is the case, that people are really feeling the need to take paid time off of work just to rest, it is really an indicator that our work life balance has gotten more twisted than ever. It is out of whack. That people are checking work emails and getting, chats on their phone and texts and emails and really their work life is sort of seeping out into almost every part of a person's life to the point that vacation time isn't even what it always has been intended to do. It is good on the one hand that people are using some time to recharge their battery. But if it's because the burnout has gotten so bad that people can't even go away, see new sights, take vacation in the traditional way they always did, then we have to look at how we can improve our work life balance so that people don't need to take time off in the future just to rest. Now, one of the things that I would like to comment before I close today is the value of a good nap. And that can be embedded into your weekly routine on the weekend, for example, if you don't work on the weekends, more than you may already be practicing that now. There is a lot of research that shows that a brief nap is a really good way for you to recharge. Now, I know that a lot of people are not nap takers and they will give you a list of why they're not. Maybe if they fall asleep, they kind of wake up in a worse mood. Maybe they feel like they end up sleeping too long. Maybe they feel like they can't even fall asleep in the middle of the day for a nap in the first place. Well, here's a way to think about napping because research shows there's so many good benefits from doing a little 10, 15, 20-minute recharge nap is you can take a nap in the middle of the day, but you don't have to fall asleep. Use it as time to actually rest. And I think it's possible. If people begin to implement this practice of a nap, an actual 10, 20-minute time during the day, throughout the week, maybe 1, 2, 3 days a week if they can, this can be a good way to reduce the burnout that makes people need to take paid time off of work just to rest. All right. I'm Dr. Seth, psychologist. See you next time, everybody.